we've got a beach party without Frankie Avalon and Annette Funicello. We are getting ready for the $100,000 Old Spice U.S. Championship. Hi again, everybody. Chris Marlowe along with my partner, Paul, that set up the defense of Whitmarsh and Dodd right there. First blood, 1-0.
The lollipop sets up what turns out to be a shank pass from Adam Johnson. Everybody jump serving out here on the beach. The complete change-up, knuckler, floater coming to Johnson. He shanked the first one.
Double contact, a throw called on Randy Stoklos, and it's 2-0. Whoa. Our first referee is Jim Leonard today. He is expected to get a workout.
Boy, a very, very tight call at the beginning of this match. It came off with a little spin, but very tight and a bad start for Johnson and Stoklos. Something they have not fought through very well this year, adversity.
Yeah, good. Adam Johnson whacks the first one down. Let's identify the players for you color-wise. Adam Johnson is serving. He has the blonde hair, the wedgie haircut, white tank top, black trunks. His partner Randy Stoklos in red trunks and the white tank top at the net. And Mike Dodd hits it out. That makes it 2-1. Mike Dodd, it is his birthday today. He's 37 years old. White tank top, black visor upturned. And Mike Whitmarsh in the white hat and the orange top. You got all that? Good. Johnson serving. And he is serving hard.
Come on, line!
Dodd. Doug, but out of bounds.
Timeout, Dodd, Whitmarsh.
AJ likes the beach here in San Diego for his jump serving. The wind blows right into his glide path. Dodd ripping the ball past Stoklos. Johnson down right there, but can't get the lucky bounce.
Whitmarsh and Dodd leading 2-1. Excuse me, Paul. Johnson, Dodd with the dig, but it's going out of bounds.
Stoklos, Johnson. Randy Stoklos serving. 1-2. Yes.
So Adam Johnson giving the signal to his partner Randy Stoklos, who is now 33 years old, and they're working on Dodd. Stoklos with the block.
Score, score, score. It's happening quickly from both sides. Good stuff blocked by Randy Stoklos. They have got to serve well, and Stoklos has got to block well. Scoring immediately, but also setting up opportunities for Johnson.
That serve goes out of bounds. So Mike Dodd on his 37th birthday. He's a veteran out of Manhattan Beach, California in his 15th year. Former basketball player at San Diego State University. Both Mike's basketball players as that ball goes out of bounds. Dodd at San Diego State. His partner, Mike Whitmarsh, played at nearby University of San Diego. We'll detail more about their basketball background in a few minutes. 2-2 is our score. Early action semifinal.
Good, Mike.
Johnson, ace.
Just ripping rockets. I told you like the beach here.
This is semi-final action. The other semi today features Karchgarai, Kent Steffes, Brian Gatsky, and Jeff Rogers. That is going on simultaneously. Gatsky and Rogers making a very good showing once again. Here's Dodd, and Dodd snaps it down.
Whitmarsh.
Last week, Mike Dodd making the victory lap a la Hale Irwin at the U.S. Open. He said it was the third most exciting tournament he's ever been involved in. The first Manhattan he won in '82, then the great comeback in Phoenix last year, and of course Seal Beach just last week. Stoklos puts it away.
Stoklos and Johnson have at times struggled in earlier rounds. Last week they lost to Gatsky and Rogers, and Adam Johnson said sometimes Randy just doesn't get up for the early rounds. He wants to play well against the big teams, and this is certainly one of them. Stoklos focused and changed from one side to the other, and now Stoklos and Johnson on what I think is the bad side, scoring with the ace. And if Whitmarsh and Dodd cannot side out, make this a very, very long game, it really plays right into the strengths of Johnson and Stoklos.
Whitmarsh, and he gets it down. 4-2 is our score. Stoklos and Johnson have the lead. Whitmarsh, 6'7", a former basketball star, great athlete at the net.
Well, we can't look all game for it.
And his partner, Mike Dodd.
I did.
That's not the whole game.
And Stoklos chirping at the referee. Does that help or hurt his cause?
I don't know about the cause, but I think it shows me that Randy's really into the match, and that's exactly where he and his partner Adam Johnson want to see him.
Off Whitmarsh. Virtually the same play they used to beat Karai and Stefas last week. Went and got it.
Yeah, but no hesitation there. Here, a little look at one another. Everybody yelling, you take it, I've got. There's the look right there, and everything freezes after that. A little soft block hubby-wife action.
Here's Adam Johnson. 6 aces at Belmar to put the lights out on Whitmarsh and Dodd. Johnson with a dig. Whitmarsh, Johnson with a dig. And a little touch shot by Mike Whitmarsh.
Don Whitmarsh winning the first long rally, and they want this match to go right to the wire. Nice little tap shot by Mike Whitmarsh. And interesting how much Mike Dodd said that Whitmarsh had improved on the little things, the trouble shots, the covering, the good plays defensively, really becoming an all-around player.
Stoklos, see ya. Randy Stoklos, one of the more entertaining players on tour. Of course, he played for the longest time with his close friend St. John Smith. Out. And he served that one out of bounds. Big Randy, 6'4", 215 pounds, 120 open wins. He is second on the all-time list to St. John Smith's 136.
Stoklos, I don't think he wears an earring. I don't think it dropped. Looking for something in the sand, but I'll tell you, he's found a lot of success on the Pro Beach Tour. 16 years, second all-time. He's had a phenomenal career. He's still going strong.
Stoklos right to Dodd, over to Whit. Not yet. Stoklos. And they jam it out of bounds.
No touch. No, it's touch here. No touch. I was not calling a touch. I was looking at my corner players.
No touch detected. Point Whitmarsh and Dodd.
Very tight play at the net. Mike Whitmarsh getting up and over as far as he possibly can. Stokey on the trap set, just trying to find some block. But you know, the contact was on the hand.
Good point.
It was not the ball. As they jousted towards one another, the contact on the palm of the hand.
Stoklos let it go, and it bounced right on the line.
That was a very short lollipop.
Lick them with lollipops. The lollipop is the easy serve. If you serve too many lollipops, you're going to get licked.
Well, it's not.
Tonight's U.S. Championships, Johnson and Stoklos took a 20-second timeout to try to stem the tide. 4-4. Dodd just served a lollipop ace. And cut. Stoklos is mad, and he beans it. And he's still talking to Jim Leonard, the first referee.
Don't see it. Can't call it.
Things have not gone well.
No, I did not. I was looking at my corner
But I
players.
think the calls have been correct. The hands got together. There was not a touch off of Mike Whitmarsh. This is where Johnson and Stoklos have struggled with their own team chemistry.
Expand on that a little. What do you mean? Is there friction there?
It's not really friction, but both players are at opposite ends of poles. Adam Johnson told me this morning that they have not practiced together in 4 weeks, and Johnson has gone up to Stokey's home beach and says, hey, we got to practice together. And so they don't really work out their problems during the course of a week's practice. And Johnson says, look, if I give Stokey a bad call, he gives me the stink eye. Those are the kind of things that we have to work out during the week. But since we're not practicing together, it all comes out in tournaments. And with the added pressure, we really have not had the good sort of chemistry to fight back through some tough problems during the last month or so.
Whitmarsh dug up, and it's going out of bounds. Whitmarsh and Dodd led 2-0. Stoklos and Johnson got 4 in a row to make it 4-2. Then Whitmarsh and Dodd got a point, and then Dodd served an ace. That's where we stand right now, 4-4. Semifinal action. Second day of this tournament. It's a 3-day tournament. Oh my gosh, another lollipop floating. And Stokey jams it out of bounds. Wind has come up, Paul.
The wind coming right through the corner of the court off beautiful Mission Bay, but nothing pretty about it as far as Randy Stoklos is concerned. And Mike Dodd moving over to the left side so he can serve right into that wind. Smart tactics.
He's serving a very tough floater. Dodd and Whitmarsh lead by 1. Stoklos, Dodd is there. Whitmarsh, AJ is there. Dodd, got it. So Dodd and Whitmarsh respond with a couple quick ones. We'll take a break.
Unlikely that it will change. Stefas will take home a $100,000 bonus at the end of the year.
This is semifinal action. Old Spice U.S. Championships. Chris Marlowe, Paul Sunderland, Dodd and Whitmarsh, Stoklos and Johnson. It's 6-4. the tall timber of Whitmarsh right there, white hat, and his partner Mike Dodd, who turns 37 today.
And as soon as the pace slowed, a series of side outs, Johnson and Stoklos started to have some problems. Whitmarsh and Dodd pulling away.
Been a couple of arguments already. Chance for a point right here. AJ on the right. And he gets it. Johnson and Stoklos should be able to make a lot of points on this side, serving hard.
Well, Johnson is serving right into the wind. Notice that he is occupying exactly the same area as did Mike Whitmarsh. Very different tactics. No lollipop from Adam Johnson. He's just going to bomb as hard as he can into the wind.
5, serving 6. Dodd is up, and that is down. Adam Johnson with 13 career wins. He won his first back in 1991 in Santa Barbara, California. Look right there, best defensive player. A fabulous career. Johnson dives there. Mike Dodd, and he puts it away.
The ambush defense by Dodd and Whitmarsh. The ball's set tight. Look at Mike Dodd just lying in wait over there and jumps all over it, uncoils after the ball defensively. And then he is finishing so well this year. Whitmarsh with a good set in transition.
Line, go!
That's into the corner, nice shot.
Good call by Randy Stoklos, not once, but twice. The sort of communication that this team needs so badly.
So Randy Stoklos to serve it up. Trailing by 2. Oh, he tomahawked one. A Sunderland-esque serve into the bottom of the net. Shocking.
Mike Dodd to serve.
Mike Dodd will serve.
Short.
Line.
And Johnson warming up. Of course, Adam Johnson had to switch sides to play the right with Randy Stoklos. And he's done a pretty good job of adjusting. It's not an easy switch late in your career.
No, he's got the full arsenal. It's just a trouble shot sometimes to stop yourself from getting stuffed, particularly against a blocker like Mike Whitmarsh. It takes a long time on the same side.
Pretty good serve. Dodd is up. And Dodd whacks it out of bounds.
Dodd Whitmarsh on the bad side, working through Adam Johnson's jump serve and having some problems right now.
I think that Mike Whitmarsh right there needs to set the ball higher. Dodd's passing pretty well considering the servage. And a sand timeout taken. 6 months carrying little Stokey. There's Big Randy. So congratulations to them. Carey, of course, a top fashion model who tries to get to every match. As that ball pounded into the corner. Stoklos and Johnson, Dodd and Whitmarsh. Dodd and Whit leading by 1, 7-6.
You'd think Adam Johnson would love to get back to Mike Dodd, having just hit the ball out of bounds and the timeout, but he's serving so hard, he's more concerned about velocity than picking out an individual player.
Johnson repping down the line.
Stoklos very emphatic about his calls. I think Johnson and Stoklos have certainly talked about that. They need to side out extremely well. They have the ability to make this match long, run some offense.
That serve is going way long. Talked about Mike Dodd playing a little basketball. He did that at San Diego State. His running mate in the backcourt, the point guard, was Tony Gwynn, the National League batting champion for 3, 4, 5 years, and again this year. Adam Johnson gets the kill. Score remains 7-6. Mike Dodd, Mike Whitmarsh. AJ is coming at you. This is what you face when AJ's into the wind.
Good.
Whitmarsh. Ooh, and he tomahawks it down. Mike Whitmarsh did not play volleyball until the summer of 1985. And look at the improvement, Paul. Former Rookie of the Year, Minnesota Timber. Yeah, he got it. Yowie zowie, he almost missed it.
Adam Johnson says, my fault in the slightest little mistake, and Mike Dodd is lying in wait with the ambush once again. Stoklos called angle. Johnson hit the ball line and paid for it.
8-6 now. Stoklos. And he got the whack up. Nice shot by Adam Johnson.
Mike Dodd says something very interesting about his big partner, Mike Whitmarsh. He said, look, everybody talks about Kirai and Steffes and all the great athletes. I'll tell you what, my partner is a great athlete and now coming into full form as a volleyball player.
Line. Go, go, go!
And Whitmarsh taps it in. Interestingly, we talked about Mike Whitmarsh getting cut in 1989. It was between him and one other player to make the Timberwolves. Darryl Royal won the last exhibition game of the year. Royal went out and got 25. Whit was 1 for 4 from the field, 1 for 4 from the line. Thus contributing to his volleyball career. That was his last chance at basketball fame. In 1990, he entered his first pro tournament with Bill Bullion. Played Karch-Karai and Kent Steffes, lost 21-19. He said, hey, I can play this game. 3 years later, he's one of the best players on tour.
Says he's doing a very good job at holding off that eventful, real job. I'd say so. He might never need one if he keeps making so much money.
No one.
Oh, big play coming up here for Stoklos and Johnson. To pull to within 1. Stokey. Not yet. Back to Stokey. Johnson. Oh, Dodd is there. Stokey, it's out of bounds.
Happy birthday, Michael. How does he continue to make that play? Covering the court. This is just great anticipation. Look at Whitmarsh just fluttering around, and Dodd comes out of nowhere because he reads so early what Adam Johnson is going to do in the play. Great anticipation and reading of the situation.
8 serving 6. Stoklos right to Dodd. Could be a point, should be a point. Not yet. AJ runs it down. AJ, nobody up. Goodbye.
Boy, that's a huge play with the kill there by Adam Johnson. Good bump setting by Randy Stoklos. And Whitmarsh has got to be somewhere to be found blocking on that play. The set almost 50-50.
Stoklos and a 20 puts it down.
And Mike Dodd said, you know, in 1988, he had 58 odd wins. He says, hey, I'm going to get Von Hagen next year, and that'll just be the greatest thrill of my career. But then he had some injuries. He had a viral infection. He lost Tim Holland as a partner for the first time, and it took him longer than he anticipated, but still a huge thrill for Mike Dodd.
Set by Stoklos was nearly a throw. Dodd questioning. Stokey saying, come on, forget that. Stoklos says, I have thrown more balls this summer than I have in my entire career, so his touch may be waning just a bit, but still
losing some of the flexibility in his hands, I think, after all these years doing so much blocking and touching the ball. As you get a little older, you lose a little bit of that very soft touch, and he's always relied on it.
8-6 is our score. Dodd and Whitmarsh lead by 2. Johnson and Stoklos serving harder, taking more risk, and paying the price.
Only 1 ace so far, and if you can have 3 errors to 1 ace margin, that's outstanding. They're going to keep banging them.
Stoklos. You know, Paul, you talked about Randy Stoklos maybe losing a little flexibility in his hand. Maybe it's from wringing the neck of all his partners since Smith that he's been trying to find the right guy.
Well, Cinch and Smith, you know, arguably they were the greatest team of their era, certainly. Hard to find somebody to replace him in his style of play.
Could be a point for Johnson and Stoklos right here. Big ball, it's over the net and out of bounds. Wow, Stoklos shanked it right to Whitmarsh.
Got to find a way to fight through some tough wind conditions on both sides. Players having some problems. Got to fight right back through that play. Big point scoring opportunity for the side change for Stoklos and Johnson.
Dodd, high lobby, leading 8-6.
Shank pass.
And over. Come on, hey. Let's get it, Mike.
That's out of bounds. Whitmarsh, you are able to do that. Explain.
Well, you can cross under, chase the ball. Now, if Whitmarsh plays the ball back to his side, it has to pass in between the antennas. Yeah, there are only 2 guys out here. You have to give them all the leeway you possibly can to keep the ball in play.
It's a play you want to be very careful about in terms of guide wires. Dodd and Whitmarsh take time out. We're coming back to San Diego, California after this. Younger, Randy used to have to sneak away down to the beach to get a little playing time. As that ball is going out of bounds. Randy Stoklos, interestingly, never played traditional American sports, football and basketball. And as we said, had to sneak down to the beach with a longtime friend and mentor, Bobby Barber, one of the greats of the game, used to take him down to Muscle Beach and play a little volleyball and taught Randy how to play. And now taught him very well.
Now Bobby's son, Mark, is a part-time coach of Randy Stoklos in some of the bigger tournaments.
Here's Stoklos. They jam. Witt goes and gets it. Score remains 8-6. Stoklos trying to save a point. And he does.
very interesting match. Dodd and Whitmarsh would like to get into that long, drawn-out situation, but they've had their own problems siding out because of the good serving. And Dodd again stretched out and keeping it on Stoklos. Adam Johnson, you don't see him set the ball with his hands much anymore. The wind blowing around, but still setting the ball.
I think it means everything. You know, he was the symbol of what beach volleyball was, and to pass him up means I am truly one of the greatest players to play, and that means a lot to me.
One of his idols growing up, Ron Von Hagen, as Dodd touches it into the corner. Now Dodd says he wants to, if he can, he wants to be the oldest player. There's a look at Ron Von Hagen in his 20s. What a stud he was. He wants to be the oldest player. Von Hagen is the oldest to ever win a tournament, 38 years and 9 months. He did it back in 1977.
Come on, Adam, right there.
And Dodd wants to try to challenge that. Nice shot. Stoklos showing some touch.
A little fighting over the candy jar there in the short lollipop hubby wife area, but Stoklos certainly the more physically imposing of the two, bumps Adam Johnson out of the way and takes control of the play.
Johnson to serve. Trailing 6-8.
Good, Mike. Yeah, no one.
And Whitmarsh jams it out of bounds. So semifinal is heating up. 2 minutes and 38 seconds remaining in this matchup. 8-7. NBC Sports for the conclusion of the Old Spice U.S. Championships. Of course, the top names in volleyball will be there for the best action on the beach. The Old Spice U.S. Championships tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern, right here on NBC. You're looking at the feet of AJ. Adam Johnson, he'll serve. His team trailing by 1 now, 8-7. And the serve a little more difficult to get in on the bad side. Explain.
Well, the wind's at your back. I mean, quite literally, the court opposite you that's occupied by Dodd and Whitmarsh now, as we take a closer look, becomes much smaller because an 8-10 mile an hour wind is at your back. You got to take a lot of velocity off, add the top spin.
Stoklos, Dodd digs it. Stoklos can't get it. Fabulous dig by Dodd.
Dodd's the bounty hunter. He just hangs around, just lays in wait until you fall into his trap. Make a mistake, hit it to his side of the court, and he will dig you, convert, and then make you mad.
And Stoklos. And Dodd almost had another one up. Stoklos and Johnson had a 4-2 lead at one point. Then we were tied at 4. Dodd and Whitmarsh, however, getting a couple of points there to make it 6-4. Dodd, Whitmarsh holding a 2-point lead the majority of this game. Here's Dodd. AJ's flipper. Whitmarsh.
AJ was to that ball so early defensively with a good read, so short in the court, it handcuffed him up off the chest, and it just did not make a good, clean play possible. Defensively created an opportunity for Whitmarsh.
Dodd serving into the wind with the floater. And a big hit by Randy Stoklos.
Okay, the wind really affecting the bad side occupied by Johnson and Stoklos right now. AJ set the ball and it was blowing around so much he couldn't really give Stoklos a good call as to location. Stokey just ripped it.
Johnson serving, trailing by 2, 9-7.
Come on. Here! Come in there!
Dodd deep into the corner.
Trouble shots year after year. You have to have them to do extremely well. Dodd hitting the ball well. Look at good side, bad side scoring. The difference in the match, Dodd and Whitmarsh have done well on the bad side, the story of the match.
Stoklos. Whitmarsh is on him. Stoklos back set.
Come on, come on!
Dodd digs it out. Is that good? Yes, Dodd. And he puts it away.
What do they say? Not getting older, just getting better. Unbelievable defensive sequence. Look at Dodd. He's reading the situation. Where's the ball set? Who's hitting? Where's my blocker? And then running to the area that he anticipated. Without great anticipation, all the speed in the world is not going to get you there.
Mike Whitmarsh's girlfriend feels pretty good right now. Her team leads by all the media, all the press. Now Mike Dodd coming out of his shell, Paul.
Well, he's just in complete full bloom, and he told us, you know, when he was playing with Hovland, he was like the lid on top of the exploding kettle. But now he's the one that can blow up a little bit. And, you know, Hovland was just so emotionally in command of that team and would go off all over the place, and Dodd had to be cool and calm and reined him in, and now Dodd is letting it all hang out like we saw last week in Seal Beach.
10-7 is our score. Dodd and Whitmarsh leading by 3. Minute 40 to go in the game. Dodd right to Stokey. Got one up. Stokey on the right. Stokey! And he unloads for a point.
An interesting switch. Adam Johnson coming to the net and blocking. Randy Stoklos playing defense. Just a little bit different look because Mike Dodd was shooting the ball around. And Stoklos with a good chase.
Full timeout taken by Dodd and Whitmarsh. So Stoklos and Johnson trying to put the pressure on Stoklos. The wife of Randy very concerned. Her husband and Adam Johnson trail by 2 with 1:31 to go, and Stoklos goes long.
Stoklos had trouble with his jump serve. We saw him flail one in the bottom of the net, then he whaled one long, and now staying down, just wanted to let the defense do the work. Still cannot keep that serve in, so the lollipop coming back at him from Dodd.
And Stoklos blocked by Whitmarsh.
That's Dodd and Whitmarsh right there. Dodd plays great defense for a period of time, creating point-scoring opportunities, and now Whitmarsh, 6'7", closing the door on the stuff block.
And they go back to Johnson, who's been pretty solid siding out. Dodd and Whitmarsh, it seems, want to serve Stoklos on the windy side.
Well, Stoklos has received 18 serves, but they're working him when he's nearest the water on the bad side. That's where they're going. Stoklos with 11 kills, Johnson with 11 kills.
Johnson with the serve. And Dodd is dug up. AJ for a point. Yes! Great set by Stoklos. Radar up, finding it in the wind. 1 minute, 9 seconds, and 6/10 to go. 11 championships here in San Diego. Dodd and Whitmarsh by a couple. Stoklos and Johnson going to the good side. Their service game has been awful so far.
Yeah, but right now is where they have to concentrate and step it up. They're on the good side, and when they were coming over to the players' box, Stoklos says, look, we need all 5 on the good side, and it'll happen right here with jump serving from both Stoklos and Johnson.
Johnson. Remember at Belmar Beach, Adam Johnson served up 6 in a game. His partner had 3 for a total of 9. It's a 1-point game.
Whitmarsh and Dodd know they have to dig in here, get through this pass on the bad side.
Oh, AJ going for the far line, just missed. And the side out to Dodd and Whitmarsh.
Stoklos and Johnson have to dig in. They've had problems against this team of Dodd and Whitmarsh in big matches. They've also had problems with their side-out game all season.
Right side, right.
Dodd is there. Got a little back bump, and he still puts it away. Big point for Dodd and Whitmarsh.
But again, the problem of Johnson and Stoklos' ability to communicate under pressure comes in. Dodd finishing in transition, but you could hear Stoklos clearly say, cut, 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 and Johnson hit the ball right to Dodd down the line.
That ball out of bounds, another point. So 2 quick errors for Johnson and Stoklos, and it's 13-10.
They got to take a timeout here. AJ upset, obviously, that he got dug the play before and just misses this one down the line. They are out of sand timeouts and have only 1 full time.
Well, they just...
Is that their last sand timeout right now?
Apparently it is. Hunger, as we just told you. And Bullion Fenoy Moana lost to Clark and Schlegel. That's Ian Clark, I assume. And Matt Schlegel.
And another, Jeff Rogers and Brian Gatsky went on to beat Brian Lewis and Ricky Ludes to advance into the semifinals against Curai and Steffes. So some surprises here in San Diego.
Dodd and Whitmarsh are in control. They have a 13-10 lead.
And Chris, just if I may, I want to clarify the timeout situation because, of course, the clock's so crucial. I was looking at Dodd and Whitmarsh's side of the ledger for timeouts. They've used all 4 sands and have 1 full left. Stoklos and Johnson have 2 full timeouts and 1 sand timeout remaining should they need them. They need to put some pressure on Dodd and Whitmarsh Dodd and Whitmarsh short on timeout.
Whitmarsh, back to serve.
Johnson and Stokey need the 13-12 side change. Whitmarsh will serve. His lollipop serve has been easy, but pretty effective.
So far, it's been a jawbreaker.
Stokey. And Stokey cranks one. Should say AJ cranks it. Stokey with a perfect set.
45.7 seconds remaining.
So Johnson will stay in the backcourt, trailing by 3. Stokey. And inside the block. Sometimes you don't have to listen to your partner if you've got a great shot thought up.
Well, and also, if the set is just in the primo location, you have to feel confident that you can bomb the ball past the block and beat it off the defender as well. Sometimes you just don't listen because you're ready to crank.
Good. Come on!
47 teams started off in this tournament, including one from Russia. The 21st tournament of the year. We have 35 seconds remaining in this one. Johnson and Stoklos really need to go. They trail by 3, 13-10.
Got to have a service winner or an ace here.
No, Johnson.
Just too many errors, and Mike Dodd has said, look, if other teams don't serve great against us, we put so much pressure on them to serve aces because we're so methodical and score so well. We're gonna beat them, and now Whitmarsh taking some time off the clock.
Johnson.
Go!
Chance for a point right here. Whitmarsh. Got it.
Well, they are rolling and on the bad side.
It was 11-9 at the side change. Johnson and Stoklos got a point, but then Dodd and Whitmarsh now trying to wrap it up. His first match point. Stoklos. Not yet.